session.
Recording in progress.
Thank you for attending our Zoom session tonight. We're grateful that you took the time out of your schedule to be here with us. The next ABC&H Aloe Vera Juice meeting will be held on March the 7th, 2025 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. First, let's go with some housekeeping rules. If you're calling in on Zoom, use the React button to raise your hand to speak, or you can use the chat box to write your questions or comments. To unmute, click the mute button. To mute, click the button again. If you're calling in on a cell phone, 6 is to unmute and 9 is to raise your hand. If you would like to speak, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized before speaking. The ABC&H team is working in the background, monitoring the raise hand and chat box. They will call on you when you're next in the queue. We will have a slide at the end of the session that will give you more information about the company and how to place an order. I would like to remind you, this meeting is being recorded, and the information you hear tonight is not scientific medical advice and is not meant to replace any advice you receive from your healthcare professional. At this time, we will have words of inspiration by Ms. Donna Wright Miller.
Well, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to share something that I pulled from a song that came to my spirit. And it says, if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show someone he is traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. And that stuck with me because I thought about Miss Rebecca and all she does to really help all of us. And she's very caring and just wants to heal everybody. She wants us to get it. So she really came in my spirit, and I just wanted to really dedicate that to her. So thank you.
Thank you, Donna. That's great.
Thank
you for those uplifting words.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we want to hear from you. Who are you? Where are you calling from? How long have you been taking the aloe vera juice or the topical or using the topical? Also, if this is your first time online with us, please let us know. Okay, I will start. I've been using the aloe vera juice since, first, I'm Alice Edwards. I'm in Maryland. I've been using the aloe vera juice since 2015. Donna introduced me to it. And I've had a lot of great things to happen since I've been using it. And I'm very pleased. I've passed the information on to other people, and they are having great results. And that's with the juice and the topical. Thank you. Okay, who's next?
So I've been using, this is Donna. I am from DC, well, live in DC. And I have been using it just like Alice since 2015 when I met Miss Rebecca. And I've introduced a lot of people to the aloe vera. It's really helped a lot of people. Helped me, helps my 95-year-old mother, my husband. We all drink it. So I'm just grateful. And I'll continue to drink it. I have to have mine a little stronger now because I'm having little challenges. So Miss Rebecca, I'll be picking some up tomorrow. And you all know she's in Virginia now. So thank you.
Thanks, Donna.
You're welcome.
Okay, who's next?
I guess I'm next. I like to first say Happy New Year's to everyone. I know last year for some of us had been a challenge. We gained some loved ones and we did lose some. For myself, I did lose my mom, which I deeply miss. And I've been counting the weeks. It has been like 15 weeks since she's been gone, but I know that she's in heaven. And I just wanted to say that my mom started believing in the juice. You know, before she passed, she started drinking it, and until one of my relatives told her to stop because it wasn't healing her. And then, you know, she listened to her. But, you know, God has his way of doing things. But I'm just glad I had her as long as I did. But in 2025, I'm looking to continue to drink the aloe vera juice, which I've been drinking it since 2018. And sorry to tell you guys, my name is Barbara. I am from the DMV area. And I just wish that we all continue to be examples and advocates of the product so that we can continue to see people heal. Because as Miss Rebecca would say, there's a lot of sick people out there. And what we like to do is reach, it's that old cliche, each one, reach one, teach one. Well, you know, you want to reach one and help one to heal in using this product. Thank you. And be blessed for 2025.
Thanks, Barbara.
Alice, someone has their hand raised. It's a 203. You want to share how long you've been using the aloe and how it's helping you?
Thanks, Donna.
Mm-hmm. Whoever that is with your hand. Okay. I'll unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. 203 number, area code.
Is that *6 or *9?
Okay, we can hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. This is Clara. I'm calling in from West Haven, Connecticut. And I've been drinking the aloe vera juice since 2019 and have shared with a lot of people and have had some good results myself.
Thanks, Clara. Good to hear your voice.
Yes. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to all.
Thank you. And the same to all of you. Okay, who's next?
Hi, my name is Gloria. I'm from Maryland, and I've been on the aloe vera juice for over 5 years now, and it's been helping me quite a bit. And as another lady had mentioned, her challenges, I've had some also. Miss Rebecca has been really a big help in helping me get through it with the aloe vera juice. I also have a 95-year-old mom and have her on it. She's been on it for some years and she's doing very well.
Great.
And thanks to Clara, who was just on here, she introduced me to it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So
And thank
Tiana
you,
has
Clara.
a hand raised, Alice. Tiana, you want to come off?
Yes. Hi, good afternoon. I'm new, just got invited. I don't know what the juice is about. Do you guys have a little spend some time to kind of explain what the juice do?
Yes, Miss Rebecca is going to come on in a few minutes and she's going to talk about the juice as well as cancer.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, I'll wait. I'm a little ahead of myself. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
that's okay. That's okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yana, are you local?
Yes, I'm in DC. Yes.
Okay, because Miss Rebecca does have literature that she also passes out so that you can be, again, an advocate of, you know, trying to get people on there. So I don't know if the next time you go, I don't know if you go in person to pick it up or do you have it delivered, but normally she'll send some amazing literature. And I think one of the best literatures out of all the literature that she has is it's about bitter is better.
Okay, I like that.
I love
Yeah.
that literature. But yes, she can
Uh,
definitely expound on what this is all about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I could get some to, some of my patients. I'm a nurse, so look, I can help them get well on the holistic point, get off of that modern medicine or something, you know?
I
Thank
see.
you, Miss Tiana.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, who's next? We have 20 people on.
Alice, I like your glasses. They look blue. It look like you're an alien. Oh,
I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
I'm
y'all can see
trying
my
to
hand.
therefore the blue light from the screen. So I'm trying to figure out which
Look like you
one
got blue eyes.
I can see better.
Miss Peggy has her hand raised. You can come off mute, Miss Peggy.
Hi, everybody. My name is Peggy
Hi,
Kirk. I
how
am
are
in the
you?
Charlotte
Hey,
area.
Maggie.
Hi. New Year's greetings to you all. And if I may, you all, I would like to just say my condolences to you, Miss Barbara. You know, I love you bunches.
Thank
And
you.
I've just been thinking about you and praying for you. So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
So I have been using the aloe vera juice for about, I'm going on 6 years strong. And that is the topical as well. Um, I started taking it from a preventive maintenance measure. I have no comorbidities, and I remain comorbidity free going into 6 years strong. I have had a couple of issues where I've used the topical for antibiotics. I think I talked to y'all, showed y'all that. I don't know if Miss Rebecca showed y'all the pictures, but I had a 3rd-degree burn on my arm, and I utilized the topical opposed to the antibiotics from the doctor. And I still don't have all of my color back, but the smoothness, the um, just everything about it began to work quickly and immediately. And a couple of other things. The topical is just great. People always compliment my skin, and I share it all the time. So hopefully I invited a couple of people on tonight that one has started taking it here in North Carolina, and hope she's on the line tonight, as well as her colleague they're both in the medical field. And so I just placed the order for both of them. And so just trying to help people get healthy, come off the meds with the permission of the doctor, and just get healthy and strong in the body, because we need a strong body, and that helps with a strong mind.
Amen.
Right, that's powerful.
Okay. Do we have any more comments?
Alice, would it be okay if I share the inspiration again, since Miss Rebecca's on? Because I really wanted to
Yes,
dedicate that
please.
to her.
Yes, please.
So
Thank you.
the inspiration says, if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show somebody he or she is traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. And once again, I wanted to dedicate that to you, Miss Rebecca, because you do so much for so many, and we thank you.
Man.
Donna, thank you so much. You know, this is Barbara again. I just wanted to share something on a funny note because um, I think I'm a comedian sometimes, but let me just share this with you all because Miss Rebecca, we kind of like laugh at it now and then. Miss Rebecca and we do the 4-day farmers market on Saturdays. I have a pop-up smoothie business, and as you know, she come and distribute her aloe vera products. So one day, I don't know what happened. Maybe I had immersed my hand or my fingers in water too much, where my fingers started cramping, and I could not, my fingers just became as though they were trying to be deformed. And I was hollering, asking Miss Rebecca to help me. because I couldn't move my hands. And you know, they're looking at me, her and the manager of the Ward 8 Farmers Market, John. And I believe they were laughing while I'm up there hurting. So she immediately grabbed some topical and rubbed my hands down because they just cramped all up. And I tell you, I'm kind of like almost on my knees. And I really thank Miss Rebecca for being there, because when I think about it, what happened, it's kind of funny. Because who would have known that if she wasn't there and having the tropical there, I don't know what have happened to my hands. But we laugh at it now and then. And also, I told about an experience that happened a couple of months where I rolled off my couch with cramps all in my leg, trying to roll on the floor to get to the refrigerator to get the aloe vera topical again, pulling everything out, opening up, and just putting it on me. It didn't matter how cold it was. I was like hurting and cramping at the same time. Them Charlie horses, boy, it was like they
They're
were
rough.
playing. And I was doing that, and the stuff works. I'm telling you guys, it worked. It got rid of those Charlie horses. And then I'm saying, you know, why me? You know, but Miss Rebecca was telling me I need to drink more water, and I'm doing so. That's all I had to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Barbara, because I'm having that problem now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, you guys. My name is Idea. I used to work with Miss Rebecca back at DOE. I met her so many years ago. Oh my God, I think it was back in 2019. And I was suffering from blood clots. She knows my story. And so she told me about her product. And she said, well, you should try it, because at the time I was on blood thinners, and my therapeutic level was high. It's called a D-dimer. And I said, well, even though I'm on the pills, the doctors, they keep on saying it's genetics, that my D-dimer is high and my F8 is high. Even though I'm on the pills, it's just going to always be high. They don't know how to get it down. I'm on the pills. When they do my blood work, it's still high. And she said, well, you know what? I got this drink. I want you to drink it and see what happens. And I looked at her. I was like, well, okay. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, what is this woman talking about? You know? But okay. So she brought in her drink and I drank it. And I said, well, they're telling me don't get off my blood thinners because I could have a stroke. Like, don't get off the blood thinners. So I said, you know what? I'm going to trust what she says. And I got off the blood thinners and I drank, she told me to keep drinking it and go back to the doctor and see like what would happen. And it was 2020 when the pandemic, COVID happened. And so I still had to go, because my D-dimer was still at the time high before the pandemic. So I remember drinking a drink and I went into them and they said, you know what? The craziest thing, and I didn't tell them anything. I was drinking the drink that she told me and continued to drink it. They said, the craziest thing, all of a sudden, your blood levels are normal.
Wow.
And I was just completely shocked. And I remember going back to her. Ooh.
What a blessing.
Miss Rebecca, I just want to thank you. You have been a blessing to me, girl.
What a blessing.
So I'm on here tonight. I saw your stuff pop up in my email. Oh, and I just want to thank you. You've been a blessing to many. And I wanted to give you your flowers. I really wanted to give you your flowers. They say give you your flowers while you live in. So I'm here to give you your flowers tonight and tell you that I honestly love you. And I'm here to give you your flowers. Honestly.
Amen.
So that's why I'm here tonight, to give Miss Rebecca her flowers.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have anyone else?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Birdie.
Good evening.
Good evening. I met Miss Rebecca through Barbara, and she was at our church. And Barbara said, "You should try this." And I'm looking at her like, "Okay." And I did. At the time, I had a PAD, that means blood clots in my legs. And I was talking to Miss Rebecca about it, and she said, "Well, start drinking it." And I had one lick done already, and they was gonna do the other one later on. And so I started drinking, and I went back to my story is similar to the lady that was prior to me. And they went back and says, "Oh, everything is good." And I just smiled. I didn't say, what I was doing. And I have an appointment next month. And every time I go back, they check your blood, your neck, your legs, and your arms. And they says, "You're doing so good." And next thing he says, "Well, I just want you to lose some weight." I'm like, okay, okay. So I was, every time it was always lose weight. And so I had him laughing one day, and I said, "Well, Doc," I said, "Well, can you take 5 pounds off?" And he says, "Why?" I said, "Well, they say black people have big bones. So if you could take 5 pounds off," I said, "then I will only have 10 pounds to lose." And it went over his head and came back and slapped him. And he fell out on the floor laughing at me. He says, Miss Harris, what's wrong with you?" But to say all of that, I too would like to give Miss Rebecca her flowers. Um, and last Saturday, it was so cold, but she was still there. She loves us so much that she weathered the cold for us. And a lot of doctors says, "Well, it's too cold." But we just thank you, Miss Rebecca. We love you. And I think if we could all raise our hands, we will raise our hands to you for being there for us. We do love you, and thank you again.
Amen.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, I would like to introduce Miss Rebecca Brown, the CEO, founder, and developer of ABC&H Aloe Vera Juice and Topical. Tonight, Miss Rebecca is going to talk to us about cancer. Welcome, Miss Rebecca.
Alice?
Yes, I can
Alice?
hear you. Yes.
Okay. I apologize. My microphone on my computer is having problems. So I'm both. I'm on the computer and I'm on the phone because I want to discuss this with you about cancer. And I would like to say to all of you, thank you. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. And for those that took the time to listen and allow God to do His will in your bodies, I am very grateful to you. And always know anything that I can do to help you, because God has been so good to me, I'm obligated to help you. Okay? Now, I've been dealing this past 2 weeks with cancer. It has broken my heart, some of the things that I've seen and heard that people are going through. So let me just start with this. For those of you who have neglected your bodies, I ask and beg you to stop now. Because if you don't, you're going to end up with cancer. That's just the bottom line. And I'll explain why I'm saying this to you. So let's go into the discussion because I want to clarify a lot with you. Let's start first by discussing what is cancer. Cancer is a disease caused by an uncontrolled division of abnormal cells in parts of the body. And the cancer cells can spread to other parts of the body through the blood and the lymph system. Cancer happens when cells that are not normal grow and spread very fast. Normal cells grow and divide, and they know when to stop growing. Over time, a normal cell will die. A cancer cell will not die. And that's the problem. Okay? Cancer is complex, and it's caused by a combination of factors. And these factors include these items: genetic factors, inherited genetic mutation can increase the risk of developing certain cancers. Environmental factors, exposure to harmful substances such as ultraviolet radiation from the sun, tobacco smoke, asbestos, and certain chemicals can damage the DNA and lead to cancer. Lifestyle factors, unhealthy habits such as smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, poor diet. And let me say this again, poor diet and the lack of physical activity can increase the risk of developing cancer. Infections, certain viruses and bacteria, such as HPV, can contribute to the development of cancer. And let me just say, HPV, for people who are not familiar, this is a virus that gets into your system. There is no cure for it. They don't know how to treat it. And it will linger into your reproductive system and cause cancer. Okay? When a female goes to the gynecologist, this is not a test that they give you. You should ask them to give you an HPV test to make sure this virus is not living inside of you. Age. The risk of most cancers increases with age. Hormonal imbalances. Fluctuations in hormone levels can play a vital role in certain types of cancer. Cancer causes changes in the DNA within the cell. The DNA inside the cell is packed into large number of individual genes, each of which contains a set of instructions telling the cell what functions to perform as well as how to grow and divide. Okay? Now, I want you, for those of you who can see the illustration of a normal cell and a cancer cell, and I want you to look at the difference in how these cells look. Because as you see, in a normal cell, there are components that are healthy in the normal cell. And as you look at the cancer cell, you can see the abnormal condition, how the cells spread and divide. And that is what cancer looks like. And what it does, it goes against all of your other cells fighting to destroy and infect them. So now, how does cancer cells die? They die from sheer stress of blood flow or from being attacked by white blood cells. Now, how cancer cells form new tumors? A cancer cell can invade the walls of the blood vessels and grow into surrounding tissue. They can also cause new blood vessels to grow, which provide a blood supply for the tumor to continue growing. Always know, cancer survives off of blood. And as you can see, the illustration of a cancer cell in its fourth stage. It's horrible looking. It's a monster. And this is what you're fighting as you're trying to defeat cancer. Okay? Now, let me just go a little further down here. Your body produces about 3.8 million cells every second. This is about 330 billion cells each day. These new cells are formed when older cells divide by the process of mitosis. Now, let me just go a little further because I want you to understand. The number is based on the fact that the body replaces around 1% of its total cells daily, with the majority of these new cells being blood cells. And that is so crucial to keep the body functioning. The body is constantly producing new cells to replace old cells that die off. A significant portion of the daily cell production is attributed to red blood cells. According to the most estimates around, 1 million cells die in the human body every second. Okay. What can we eat to avoid cancer? And remember, diet is so crucial. Drinking water is so crucial because 75% of your body weight is water. If you don't drink enough water to replace the water that you are losing, your body functions cannot happen naturally. You will run into complications. So, in order to avoid cancer, you want to eat fruit, you want to eat vegetables and beans in particular, because beans have fiber. Cancer cannot survive in fiber. Cancer will die if two things happen. If you don't feed it through your diet, and the aloe shuts off the blood supply to the cancer, and the cancer will die. Okay? Lean meat, poultry, and fish, nuts and seeds are good to avoid cancer. Grains, whole grain, and high cereal fiber. Okay? Now, understand something. You must change your diet. You must drink water. If these two things does not happen as you get older and the body is no longer capable of functioning the way it was when you were younger, you will invite cancer into your life. Now, does aloe vera remove toxins from the body? Yes, it does. Aloe vera is alkaline in nature that neutralize harmful toxins. It maintains a good acid-alkaline balance that can reduce inflammation and bring balance to your body. When you are suffering from a hormonal imbalance, your body cannot function properly, and therefore certain amounts of cancers will be produced. The body can eliminate harmful toxins by itself. Sometimes the toxin load is too much and the body needs help. And that's why aloe vera is so vital and so important, because it increases the immune system to fight against cancers, toxins, and any other invaders that comes into the system. Aloe vera contains many vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and natural foods that defend against pathogenics that can assist in detoxing the body. Aloe vera helps with cleansing the colon, cell generation, increasing the immune system, increasing your energy levels, detoxification of the blood, reducing sugar in the blood, promotes healthy digestive functioning, break down contaminated foods resides in the body, naturalize harmful toxins, and aloe vera improves your immune system with all of the antioxidant amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. Aloe vera assists the immune system in fighting diseases and eliminating toxins. Different cells fight different types of cancer. For example, one way the immune system fight cancer is by sending out a special form of white blood cells called T cells. The T cells see cancer as foreign, and the cells that do not belong in the body. The T cells attack and destroy the cancerous cells. This is only if you are taking care of your body. Now, I want to discuss something with you, and that is this. Please change your diet. If you eat a lot of sugar or sweets, a lot of dairy, and a lot of red meats, you are a candidate for cancer. You must drink at least a gallon of water in a 24-hour period to give the body the activity and the capability of functioning properly. If you don't do these things, you are going to end up with serious problems with cancer. Cancer will, not might, it will destroy you if you do not destroy it. And as you can see, the stage 4 cancer cells that we have, it's horrible to imagine around 2 billion of these things going throughout your body. And they can be anywhere and everywhere in the body. And remember, if you don't have your body built up to defend itself, it has no choice except to succumb to cancer. And that's why eating properly is so, so vital. I've been confronted for the past 2 weeks with people of all age categories suffering from cancer. And most of these cancers are in stage 4. So all I can ask is that you become familiar enough with what your body is saying to you. It's asking for help. You need to develop a communication system with your body. When you're in pain, that's the body talking to you. You have to know how to respond. It's asking for help. It needs your help. Please. I am so worn out with what I encountered the past 2 weeks. It's heartbreaking. I just don't know what else to say. Anything that I can do to help encourage you to change your habits, because if not, you're going to suffer from cancer. I hope this information will open your eyes and make you aware that the body goes through a lot. Give it a break. Help it out. It's fighting to keep you alive. How much are you contributing to your livelihood? Okay? I want you to think about it. And then if you have any questions, please feel free. So now, Barbara, I'm sending it back to you.
Thank you, Miss Rebecca.
Okay.
And now, Al, I'm returning it back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. Thank you. Boy, that's a lot. We have to think about. We have to start doing, not just thinking. Okay, so let us hear from you. Do we have any more testimonies, questions or comments?
I do have a question. Tiana, did Miss Rebecca answer your question, or is there a question you may want to raise directly to her regarding? I don't want anyone to leave here tonight without any questions answered or feel though they weren't able to answer a question.
I mean, yes, it was very informational. But what I'm hearing from this, and I can possibly be wrong, is this more so for someone who currently has cancer, or it's just more of a preventive a measure to avoid cancer. Because I lost, family from cancer, and I have been diagnosed because I did some genetic testing with Lynch syndrome, but I currently don't have cancer, but I'm at a higher increased risk for cancer. So I'm thinking, like, should this be something for somebody such as me, or is this currently for someone who currently have just cancer, who ought to say?
That's a great
Okay.
question. And Ms.
Okay. Let me answer you. It's for both. It is, this is information so you'll understand cancer. What I've been encountering, people don't understand what cancer is. And when you don't understand something, you don't know how to prevent it or fight it, to prevent having it. So, aloe vera does two things. It builds the immune system up so that it can protect the body against these cancer cells, while it encourages and strengthens your good cells. And it shuts off the blood supply to the cancer cells that you might already have. Because you have to remember, we all have cancer cells. It is different things in the environment, either in our diet or not getting the proper rest, not drinking the proper water, that cause these cancer cells to become out of control. And I always say this to people. You don't know what's living inside of you. And if you stop and think about it, you eat every day, 2 or 3 meals. And most people eat very poorly. And the body has to go through these unnecessary changes trying to accommodate your poor diet, which means it compromises your immune system and allow the cancer cells the opportunity to become stronger. So, if you drink the aloe vera, if you have an illness, it's going to repair that illness. If you drink it, it also prevents you from having illnesses because of the fact that anything that's not natural that's in your body, it's going to remove it. It's going to remove it. Not might, it will remove it. Okay? So it's for both. It's for diseases that you already have. And you have to remember, if you think about it this way, from infancy to, let's say, 50 years old, how many times have you thoroughly cleansed and fully detoxed, not just your colon, your entire body? If you haven't done that, you have disease living inside of you. And that disease will eventually expand and take control, creating other diseases and sicknesses. And you can use this scenario. Every day, you get up, you take a bath or a shower to cleanse the outside. You eat 2 or 3 meals a day. How do you cleanse the inside? And remember, the body does not use all the food, and you do not expel all of it from your body. So guess where the rest of it is? Sitting in your body decaying. Wherever there is decay, there are parasites. So you have all kinds of things living inside of the body. So aloe vera is a stringent cleanser. And I've asked several people about cleansing their bodies. And they said, yes, I had a good cleansing. I had a colon cleanser. Okay. You have 4 colons. Which ones did you clean?
Transfer.
You understand? And that's what I'm saying. You have to understand the body. It is hard to take care of something that you don't understand. And so hopefully this will help you understand what cancer is, how to fight it, and how to prevent it. Does that help you?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss
You're
Rebecca,
welcome.
Elaine, there are 2. I'm sorry, it was some.
that was me, Alice. I had a direct message that I wanted to bring up. We have a new person whose first time is part of our Zoom meeting, and I know in the future we want to do something for our first timers or newcomers. And her name is Ama Niamiki. And if I chop your last name up, please forgive me. She wants to thank Miss Rebecca so much. And again, this is her first time hearing Miss Rebecca. And her question is, do you have any stories of success with aloe vera and fibroids?
Yes. There is a young lady that had fibroids, and she was complaining. She'd gone to her gynecologist, and they, do the usual, give you all these instructions, but very little assistance. And so I made the aloe vera strong enough so that it would shut off the blood supply to fibroids. And so she took it about 8 months. And one Saturday, she came to me and she looked at me so frightened. And she said, I need to talk to you. And I said, okay. She said, there is something that I need to tell you. And I said, okay, go ahead. She said something came out in the stool with a lot of arms.
Wow.
And I'm just devastated. What is it? And I started laughing. And I said, didn't you say you had fibroids? And she said, yes. I said, that's what you saw. The fibroid tumor came out in the toilet, and she was petrified because she couldn't figure out what it was. What happened is the aloe vera closed off the blood vessels to the fibroid tumors. And as I said before, anything that you don't feed, it will die. So the fibroids died. Now, what happened when it died? Your body is out of balance. By nature, your body can't be out of balance. The aloe will go back and grow baby cells, which is what people call stem cells, to replace the cancer cells. And the key to getting rid of fibroids, the same Topical that we talk about, she had to douche with that 3 times a week in order to surround the fibroid cells. And once she did that over a period of time, the fibroids died and they were removed from her system. Okay? So that's what happened.
Miss
Gosh,
Rebecca, she has a
thank you.
second question. And that second question is, what do you recommend, your recommendation for types of water to drink?
Easy. You know, I see people buying all this water, and I'm just amazed. Because if you read on some of that, all you doing is buying water from somebody else's faucet. Okay? The best way to get water, and you'll experience the difference, if you have a stainless steel pot, the water from your faucet, which you're paying for, fill it up, put it on a low boil. Don't cover it. Let it stay on that low boil for an hour and a half. The steam that you see leaving the water is bacteria. To purify water, there are two ways to do it: boil it or freeze it. That's the only way to get rid of bacteria. So I strongly suggest that you try it, and try the water that you're currently drinking and compare the two. Look at them and taste them, and you see the difference. If any of you familiar with years ago when there was a newborn baby, they always boil the water. And that was the reason, to make the water bacteria free, to prevent it from entering the baby's system. Okay?
All right, thank you. Elaine, I noticed that were you able to get back on, Elaine? Because she was having technical difficulties, and she also had, so Elaine, let me read her question in her comments then, since she's not on. And Elaine, if you're there, unmute yourself, because I know she was having problems. Okay, I don't see her. So I will go ahead. Okay, my name is Elaine Rice Fells. It appears I'm gonna have to type my testimony. I'm in the Maryland area and have been using the juice and the topical for over 4 months now. Noticeable changes are elimination of night sweats, night calf and feet cramps, hair is growing under my arms and my front hairline again, and finally a coat fungus has disappeared. I am now into day 10 of my annual 30-day water fast and continue to drink the juice. I certainly awaiting super results by the end of the month. Miss Rebecca has shared great information with me, and I'm enjoying speaking with her because we speak the same language. I am plant-based for 25 years this month, and this is my 25th year fasting. Thanks, Miss Rebecca, for helping me defy a few things that are considered age-related. I am 71 years old and still living large. Happy New Year to all and continued success. Thank you, Elaine, and Happy New Year to you. And thank you for sharing your testimony with us. Thank you. Okay, I'm seeing if there are any. Peggy says the water process Miss Rebecca is speaking of is delicious. It reminds me of the well water I drank growing up. Thank you, Peggy. If I missed any comments in the chat, please. Okay, I think okay. Are there any more comments or questions, testimonies? Okay, the slide that's
I had a question, please.
okay.
Well, so the question is, if Miss Rebecca, I think at least one of the persons I invited on that started drinking the aloe vera juice within the last 30 days is on. And I would just like for you, if you don't mind, to share a few minutes about if you are having comorbidities, not if you are, if you have comorbidities, and the necessity of possibly having a conversation with you to just go a little bit deeper in sharing what's going on in their body, to let them know that they have to drink more than the recommended 2 ounces in the morning, 2 ounces at night. So 4 ounces is not going to be enough, or it's going to take longer to begin to attack the area of concern.
Yes. As a matter of fact,
Great,
give
Peggy.
them my
Thank
number,
you.
have them call me. And let me
Yes, ma'am.
just clarify something. And I will have to change the labels, because at this stage, after certain changes in climate and people's health, it is best recommended to drink no less than 8 ounces per day. 4 in the morning and 4 before bedtime. And you will see a tremendous difference and a tremendous change in your body health. But I will be changing the labels on the bottles. Okay?
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Peggy.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any more comments, questions, or testimonies? The slide that's on, for some of you, you probably cannot, the ones that are on the phone, you probably can't see the slide, so I will read it to you. Anointed Body Cleanser and Healer, Aloe Vera Juice, Miss Rebecca Brown, CEO and founder. If you want a personal consultation, the phone number is 1-888-881-5431. Let me repeat it, 1-888-881-5431. If you would like to order aloe vera products, go to Barbara. I can't see the bottom of this I don't know, for some reason I can't see the
www.ABC&H Aloe Vera.com.
Fantastic. Thank you. And if you would like to email Miss Rebecca, it's abch.avjuice@gmail.com. I'm trying to get the phone number. It's 202
Yes,
556
the team's Google number is 202-556-3181. That's not Miss Rebecca's direct number, but that's the Google number for the team, that whenever Miss Rebecca is not reachable, you can call that number and we'll get the message to her.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. I see we have if you could unmute yourself, the 203-743-1906. If you could unmute yourself.
Okay, this is Clara.
Hi, Clara.
And I just have a question. She was going over the types of food we should be eating. And she did mention fruits, vegetables, beans. And I just wanted to know if there's any beans or nuts or seeds or vegetables that would be more potent than others, or ones that we should eat more of than others?
Okay. No, why don't you get a variety of beans, nuts, and fruit. And remember, we went over food colors. And if you can mix them and have different colors, they represent different activity in the body. And so if you get a mixture, you'll be safe. Because anything that's too much or too little, the aloe vera will adjust it. It won't allow too much of anything or too little of anything. It's going to make sure the body has what it needs in order to function healthy, naturally, and biologically.
Forgot Josephine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. If there are not any more comments or questions or testimony, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Rebecca for closing remarks.
I do have this is Barbara. Before you turn it over to Miss Rebecca, I wanted to tell
and Barbara, we also have 2 hands up when you finish.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
also wanted just to let folks know that we do have a YouTube channel that all the recording sessions that we have here, we will post that there. I know Miss Rebecca mentioned about the color chart of food and things. That's out there. So what I like to do is send you all the link on YouTube where you can go out and visit the different sessions that interest you and listen. And I know a lot of times we're repetitive with the questions and answers, but that's a good thing, you know, because we do get new people. So I just wanted to, you know, let you all know that there is a YouTube channel that you all can go to if you miss anything or you want to, you know, share it with other people that we do have posted out there. And I will give you that link.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay, we have 2 hands that are up. 203-745-1906. If you could unmute.
Alice, that was me, and I've asked my question, 203-745.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Clara. Okay, next
You're
hand
welcome.
that's raised is Kiana.
Yes, I have one last question. Does this help with any like skin issues, like say maybe acne, eczema? And does it help with like weight loss, weight management?
Yes, yes, and yes. Here is what you're calling weight. It's not weight. It's waste. W-A-S-T-E. Remember, waste WASTE, is just as heavy as weight. So think about it. If you haven't cleansed your entire system from infancy to the age you are now, you are carrying a lot of waste. And you're thinking it's weight. So when you drink the aloe vera juice, it will detox your entire system, and you will start to see your body change sizes. If you're consistent, it works. If you're not consistent, it's not going to work. So as far as acne and any type of skin issues, yes, these things are caused by bacteria. The aloe vera will kill the bacteria, and you will no longer have the skin issues. And if you put the topical on the skin, it makes a big difference. You see that your skin changes, and you will start looking healthy from the inside out. So the answer to your questions, yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Barbara, there's a question in the chat, is what is the YouTube link? And you're going to send that out. Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
send that out. I'm looking for it right now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Gloria, if you could unmute.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Rebecca, I just want to make sure I understand what you're telling us in terms of cleansing. When you mention cleansing, are you saying that the aloe vera juice will cleanse our system?
Yes, it will. That's what it's designed to do, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Tasha, if you could unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, I have a question. I have a cyst on my spine. So trying to see, like, would that this aloe vera juice, would that deteriorate that cyst?
Yes, it will.
And also one more question with that is, like, how many drinks do you need to see results and things like that? How many bottles or whatever you have to go through to see the results or feel the results?
Well, you have to remember this. It works with the body and not against the body. And depending on how many health issues that you have, it varies. Now, you should start feeling and seeing results within a week to 2 weeks.
Okay.
If you're consistent. If you're not consistent, you're not going to see the results, or you're not going to feel them.
Yes. Okay.
Okay?
Yes. And you said something about the cyst as well?
Yes, because you have to remember, a cyst comes from bacteria. And that's what aloe vera does. It goes throughout your system, and it kills anything and everything that shouldn't be there that's going to cause the body harm. As a matter of fact, it gets into the blood, and the blood is what feeds the body. Wherever the blood goes, that's where aloe vera goes, and that's how it detects any problems you're having within the system inside.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Queenie, if you could unmute yourself and ask your question or make your comments.
Okay, Miss Rebecca, this is Queenie. You remember me?
Yeah. Hi, Queenie.
Hi, Miss Rebecca. I did ask you something. Okay, you know, I moved to Georgia, and and I've been having a lot of problem with my memory. I lost my memory, but I'm getting it back. But and also the doctor gave me type cognitive type of classes and so I can remember. I can remember things happened long ago, but I can't remember things like short-term memory. That's what's not right. And also my eyes. They want to do surgery on my eye, and I have 50%, 60% loss in both ears, and I have eye problem. They want to do surgery because I got cataracts, and I just don't want to do no surgery because I've seen so many people come in, going in, and then they come back out blind. Some have, then some get a good result.
Okay, two things are happening. Number one, you need to drink the aloe and put the topical in.
You broke up. I don't hear you.
Miss Rebecca, if you could unmute yourself. You went on mute.
I don't hear her.
Yeah, let me see if I can unmute her. Miss Rebecca?
Is that it?
Yeah, I know you were having
Yes.
problems, but you went on mute for a while. Are you
Okay,
there?
am I okay now?
Yes, you're okay now. Thank you.
All right, no problem. There are two things happening. You just said that you can remember things from a while ago and not current.
Right.
That is a sign of dementia. So here's what you need to do. You need to drink the aloe and put the topical continuously in your scalp. What that does is help flush out the excess calcium that is building up in your brain area. And if you're using anything aluminum, stop, because that is one of the main sources that causes dementia. Okay? Do that immediately. You don't want this to go on. And as far as your eyes,
yes, ma'am.
Use the topical, but make sure you strain it so that the particles will not get in your eyes.
Okay.
And do that 2 to 3 drops 3 times a day, and you will see the changes. And when we get off, I need you to call me.
Okay.
So we can talk.
All right, I will. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much. We really appreciate all of you being here with us tonight and sharing and your questions and your comments. Thank you very much. And we will see you in March the 7th, 2025. Thank you and have a blessed evening.
Miss Alice, before you
Yes.
leave, can you type in the chat the email address where the new people would send their email so that they can get the contact information for the Zoom meetings, please?
Yes.
Thank
you. Alice, give me a
Okay.
minute. I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
I'll do it
Okay,
right.
and let me just say this. I want to thank each and every one of you. And here is why. It shows that you care about your health. And that is so vital, because the only reason we're having these conversations, my body was in trouble and near death. And God allowed me a second chance. And that's why anything that I can do to help any of you, I will do it. And as far as my dear friend Idea, at first she didn't want to try it, but I'm so thankful and proud of her. And the rest of you that took the time to take care of yourself. One thing you must remember, Your body is a gift. God is going to hold you accountable for how you took care of his precious gift. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking care of yourself.
Miss Rebecca, what I have done, I put into this chat your interview that you had, and I would encourage you all that are on this session tonight and also to pass it on. It's the ABC&H, the owner and CEO interview. It's a very powerful interview that it's on YouTube, as I put in the chat. It's about an hour long, but if you find time, please, that's where it all began. She will tell you how it began.
Yep. That's where it came from. And it is my story. It is my testimony on where I was, where God brought me from, and allowed me to become knowledgeable of the aloe vera. And that's why I am sharing what I went through with you to prevent you from suffering the way I did.